Fearless Pioneer. Yo, what is going on, guys? EJ here, bringing another Lord of the Rings Rise to War video. Today, guys, we're revisiting Isildur. I think last time I made a video on him, I think I only had him respect 1, if maybe respect 3. I now have got his respect up a lot more to at least, I think, respect 8 at the moment. So I'm going to show you new builds and everything like that. We're going to be testing out new PvP. I've changed up my gear a fair bit, so it's going to be very interesting. I've got a complete whole build, as you probably would have seen by the title. This Isildur is madness, so let's get into it, shall we? So I've got him chilling here at the moment, so let's go into my commander section. So I currently have him level 47 at the moment, currently building him up. As you can see, we have respect level 8. He is a leader, which is going to increase all of his stats, like especially might and stuff. He's really good at just doing all-round damage and stuff like that and things. As you can see, he's a good all-rounder. 356 might is not bad. Almost 200 focus and 212 speed is pretty good. It's enough to outspeed a lot of people. Now, as for his gear build, I've gone with a very interesting build here. So the first one I've got is Cleave on my Axe of Khazad-dûm, so it's going to give us a lot of might. But I have Panic on here, which after the commander attacks, Isildur does attack once every round. So it's going to get a 25% chance against enemy units, so all enemy units, to inflict madness on them every round. So absolutely super OP there. Then we have the fire protection. Just because I don't have much other chest pieces that really work, because I am using some ranged units in that now in my build and stuff like that, so I don't really, I was using this before, but I thought that this would be not too bad because it gives 30 might and 15 army defense, so it gives defense to all my army. But this burn damage is really good in case I bump into some fire troops and some fire commanders like Witch King, so it's quite useful. Then, of course, we've got the Trapper's Hood, which is going to have Hysteria on it. It's also got a nice little buff for an army attack range of +3 as well. But it's also going to give us a 100% chance that every 2 rounds at least one of the enemy units is going to receive madness. So that's really good. Then we just have Hiflane because it does a bit of healing, but basically because of the army HP buff, it really helps and it really stacks with the Dunedain build that we're going with. It stacks their HP buff even more. So if we move on to the skilling, you will see this is the skill setup that I've got. I've got him at respect 8. So I have the last alliance fully maxed out. So if my army is made of men and elves, which it is, that's my troop combination. We'll show that later on. The first 7 instances of damage will be reduced by 90%. Also with a max level effect of Elven Attack +1 and Men's HP +2. So that's also going to stack with my Hiflane and with my tier 3 skill here, which is really good. I don't have Rangers of the North yet. I'm just not that part of them up at the map for in Season 6 to recruit them. But my Dunedain have a 45% chance of every round of gaining follow-up. So that's a chance to attack twice. So that's really good. And the max level effect, it does give a +3 HP buff to them as well. So that's going to stack with the 5 already. We have the 3 on this. Sorry, the 2 on this and the 3 on the Hiflane. As you will see, I've gone with the Madness build. That's why I've called him the Madness Madman in the title. So I've got Great King maxed here, which basically for round 1, enemy units are going to only deal their minimum damage. And then round 2 onwards, for 3 rounds, all of your allied units' damage is going to be buffed by 21% with a max level effect of might +20. Then the big one, Enfeeble here, against enemies subject to madness. So you're going to be doing 40% extra damage. And that's why you want to try keeping confected by madness all the time. So I also run Consequence of Greed here because for the first round it's going to inflict madness on all of their commanders. Now, if they do have anti-madness helm, this is going to be negated in that. But after round 3, we're still going to have our Axe of Khazad-dûm with the Panic skill and Hysteria on our helm, still able to do madness throughout the entire battle. So that's still going to be really good there, guys. So yeah, I've gone with a madness build where my units are going to do a lot of damage, and our dunes are going to be trying to do follow up and do a lot of damage that way. Let's go to troop setup, shall we? So I've done a few tests with him. I think if I go to some reports, I was doing some tests the other day down here, as you can see, just against some mobs. I was trying out some troop combinations and stuff like that. As you can see, I was using this, but the best combination that I've come up with so far is the combination that I've got now. And it is with, you got to have men and elves for R5 skill to work. So Sentinels are the best. As you can see, they have a pretty good damage of 33 to 34, 32 HP, and 32 defense. Remember, this is 100 per unit, so keep that in mind. But also, the evasiveness helps an absolute ton, and they got pretty good speed as well. So they're really good. But also, we have the Swan Knights here, which do pretty good damage, but they got really good HP and defense. And that's going to be buffed by 90 by their skills here. Because I've got these level 9 at the moment. Hopefully I can get these up to level 10. But basically that's going to help protect our dunes, who we have 4,000 of. As you can see, they don't do the biggest amount of damage, but their buffs are really good. And against a lot of range, you're going to be doing a lot of damage there. And they have really good speed. So they have a good chance to outspeed a lot of the other enemy units as well, guys. But in saying that, we're going to be getting ready to get into some PvP action soon. I'm going to be going up against some different commanders and stuff like that. Try battle some people. We're going to battle Volsby here in a minute with a Black Serpent, who I've actually never PvP'd before. I've versed him on tiles before, and I know he's very strong. So yeah, we'll see how we go very soon. Righto guys, so let's do our first battle. I believe it's going to be against the Black Serpent. He did show me before, but I didn't look and read the skills or nothing, because I wanted to do that on video and break it all down and see what happens. I'm a little bit higher and things. I don't know, he got to change his gear, anything. I have no idea, so we're going to soon find out what happens. A draw, nice. Okay, that's cool to see. Let's have a look. Okay, a pretty solid, interesting fight here. Okay. Very solid, very interesting. Let's have a look. Okay, very solid battle. Nice. It looks like he leveled up a little bit as well. Let's have a look here. Okay, so his gear does a lot of melee extra damage there. Evil Men damage received. Inflict Madness. And Sustain. Now he's Respect 12, I'm Respect 8. He's got some... let's see what the skills. Army damage dealt plus 60%. Okay, that's really good. Burn and focus damage. Physical damage. Commander's might plus 15 during combat. Okay. Evil Men's damage received minus 15. Okay, so there's a lot of damage reduction. Allied Mimikai speed and some healing. Okay, that's a very solid battle there. Very solid. Yeah, so he's got some... Dragoon, did I do against mounted? No, damage received from ranged units. Okay, so that's gonna help a little bit there. But okay, that was an interesting, very solid battle, guys. Very solid. I won by a tiny bit, but yeah, very good. Very solid battle there. Very solid. I'm gonna back off there for sure. Very interesting to say the least. That was a pretty interesting battle, guys. Let's have a quick look at the breakdown a little bit more in detail as well. I just want to see how the speed of things in that went in the first few rounds. Let's have a look. Alright, so Isildur, okay. Isildur attacks, okay. So they're already affected by madness. Black Serpent attack. Okay, Swan Knights attack. They're not doing a lot of damage. Okay. Interesting. Dunedain attack. Oh, so the Dune's got double up there. Okay. Dune attacks beset by madness. Oh, so they did some madness to the cells as well. Okay. Interesting. Okay, now very solid fight there, guys. Very solid. Pretty cool battle. I like that. Rightio, guys, as well. I just wanted to address as well. He did let me know. I didn't really realize this as well. I completely forgot. But I do have like certain extra buffs. I get a little extra buff of plus 5% to my army stats because we control DG. So In saying that, it probably would have been, with that, out those little buffs, it pretty would have been probably absolute near pretty much even, guys. It would have been exactly the same, because I had about a 20, what was it, like a 20,000 damage difference, so without that buff, it probably would have been exactly even, guys. But yeah, very solid. He did have, like, I think 4 or 5 respect levels higher than me as well. But all in all, it was a very good battle, and yeah, very even. Rightio, guys, so I ended up getting into the battle there. Sorry I missed some of the action. So we ended up bumping into SAURON, the one who I did not want to verse. But overall, we did quite well. We did lose, but he had 2 tier 4 units. Very interesting there. He had anti-mounted, but all in all, we did quite well. The amount of damage that was done, also he did 60,000 healing, so he had a lot of healing, plus he did a lot of madness. He had extremely very good gear as well, very decent gear there as well. So, all in all, not too bad. If I had anti-madness helm, I think I would have done a million times better. But all in all, not a bad battle, but I just had a funny feeling it was going to be SAURON, of course. I told him it was going to be Isildur. I think he maybe took a little bit of advantage of that, but still not too bad. He's just got insane focus, 562. So I showed you the gear and the units, but I didn't really show you his skilling in that. So as you can see, he's doing a lot of different things here, a lot of focus damage. So yeah, crazy amounts of focus damage. So yeah, very, very interesting there. Ah, I see. I see. A lot of focus. But yeah, no, that was a good battle still. Besides the healing and stuff like that, it was a pretty interesting, not too bad of a battle whatsoever. So yeah, not too bad. Just remember, matches up for different, like, if I sent my Theoden over here, I could absolutely destroy that, that SAURON instantly. But yeah, it just depends on the commanders. But all in all, like, the damage-wise, it wasn't too bad. Overall, of course, I lost. But yeah, it wasn't too bad whatsoever, like, damage-wise. But obviously, the healing helped him out an absolute ton there. So yeah, but not a bad, solid battle. Alright, here we go, guys. It's going to be my last PvP. I have absolutely no idea, once again, what it is. He said I could either destroy him, draw him. I'll show you the messages. Call it even. Great battle. Yeah, we're talking about the Black Serpent battle there. Yeah, he says it's either going to slap him or draw, or he's going to make some damage. I don't know. All I know is said he has evil. So this maybe this is a Witch King? I don't know. Let's find out. A draw? Okay. Ooh, the Undying. Interesting. Let's have a look at the results here. Okay, another very solid, even battle. Nice. Okay, I like it. It's not like... This is good battles. It's not like I'm absolutely destroying people and just making Isildur look crazy. Another really good, even battle here. Looks really nice. Okay, let's have a look. So, let's see. Let's have a look at things here first. Undying. So, I received 142,000. He received 200,000. But he did do some healing as well. So, keep that in account. Commander damage, pretty even. I did a bit more soldier damage there. He's running the tier 4 Fallen, which are extremely good. We know that. Dragoon. So he's running an all mounted. He's not fully strengthened as much as me, and I've got some extra buffs. But yeah, pretty solid battle there. Let's have a look at his gear. Okay, all purple. Respect level looks not too bad. I know, yeah, his skills, I don't know much about his skills. Let's have a look. So a lot of healing there. Okay, that's why I did a lot of healing. Makes sense. All melee units do extra damage. Drains 140 focus. That's just a little bit of points in there. Okay, the chance to avoid all physical damage on the first 4 hits. Okay, very interesting. Damage reduction, damage reduction. Okay. So I'd like to have a look at the breakdown real quick. Alright. Let's go to round 1 and have a quick look at the breakdown. Is that round 1 there? Pre-battle. Okay, so minus 140, mend. Isildur attacks 5,000 damage. So they're already affected by madness. Fall to poison damage. Okay, a dying attacks. And basically, okay. Swan Knight. So the Swan Knight are taking all the damage there, but not a lot of damage. Swan Knight's attack. Alright, so my Dunedain's attack, but they were granted avoidance. Okay, so that avoidance really helped a lot, even though I won a lot. It looks like I was able to do some madness as well, so that was really good. I got some madness hits in. But yeah, quite interesting. It looks like I didn't get any follow-up. Let's go into round 2 here. So his avoidance definitely helped a lot as well, but all in all, a pretty solid battle. I did win that one. It was a very solid battle, but yeah. The damage with the healing and stuff like that was, yeah. I was probably about 30,000 ahead and stuff like that. But yeah, his avoidance did help him an absolute ton, guys. But yeah. Alright, we're going to wrap it up there. I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, peace out, EJ's out. And I'll catch you guys later. See you. Thousands songs of the EJU.